Hunter, when are we going to be on the other side of this heat wave?
Thankfully, tomorrow, Annalise, it will still be warm. We'll be into the mid-80s, but it won't be as warm as today, and our heat index values will not be as high either. But you can clearly see out there who is dealing with the fog. It's not Rochester, it's not Austin, it's a little bit of Alberley, but it is Mason City. Look at that. You are clearly and doused in 0 mile visibility at this time, thanks to our temperatures and our dew points, albeit very high at this time of day, but they are relatively close together. Every one generally within a degree or two temperature and dew point, that dew point depression. And that's why we got this fog. Near 0 mile visibility all across the board, mainly out to the west. Closer you get to the Mississippi River Valley, you're generally better. But still, 0 miles there in Preston, Mason City, Forest City, Charles City, near 0. So we have a dense fog advisory in place for Winnebago, Hancock, Worth, and Cerro Gordo counties through 8 a.m. this morning before this fog starts to lift for visibility around a quarter mile or less, and that is clearly taking place there. Now, as we head towards the day, after that fog burns off, we're really ramping up here. Highest temperatures we've seen so far this year on the way, 88 degrees, still watching that mark. That was set back on May 18th. We only hit 87 yesterday. We're going to be reaching for 91 today for that forecast high, so it's going to be a hot one. And our heat index values climbing to around 110, maybe 112 degrees. Even up in southeastern Minnesota, we could be going for around 105 to 110. So it's going to be just a downright hot, humid, and disgusting day to be outside. Please stay indoors if you have to be outside. Drink plenty of water, use a lot of shade, and maximize your use of the AC because there are excessive heat warnings all across the board, except for those 4 counties to our south and west. You're under a heat advisory, but still, even though you're not under a warning, take this heat seriously because it is going to be downright disgusting and unbearable to be outside. Now, all this heat and humidity, along with a cold front that we will be approaching, is going to fuel the chances for some storms. A level 3 out of 5 risk in place along and north of I-90. All hazards in play here. Wind, hail, tornadoes, and flash flooding also in the cards. Level 2 slight and out of 5 slight risk in place, mainly along that Minnesota-Iowa border down in towards North Iowa. So we will see these storms possibly coming in later on tonight. Some models want them in here by around 10 or 11 o'clock. But other models want to keep it coming in until after midnight. So we'll have to hammer down that timing. I think a good timeline would be probably around midnight, past that, as we see a line of storms and what will be called a mesoscale convective system, an MCS, coming through here, strong line of storms, bringing with it maybe wind gusts over 75 miles per hour. So that's the big thing we're going to really watch out for here. Maybe some hail sizes upwards of golf balls and 1 or 2 tornadoes along this line can't be ruled out. Maybe some lingering storms could be possible into our day on Tuesday. But here's the threats. Wind, the biggest threat here, over 75 miles per hour, upwards of golf ball size hail. 1 or 2 tornadoes can't be ruled out either. Then into Tuesday, a level 1 out of 5 risk is in place for nearly the entire viewing area, something we'll keep an eye on as well. But today, the biggest threat. And over the next 7, yeah, today's the worst one. But as we head into the back half of the week, we cool down slightly, upper 70s with another chance for rain and storms on Thursday. Labor Day weekend, though, looking beautiful. Mid to upper 70s and sunshine, Annalise.
Great chance to get outside and give the AC a break.
Yeah, and a perfect weekend to go to the State Fair if you avoided it this weekend because of the heat.
All right, thank you, Hunter.